999, what's your emergency?
My mommy and Jeffrey are having a fight. Could you just send the police, please? They're having a fight because this has been going on forever and ever. But he's hurting Mom.
When he starts shouting, I hold my sister's hand to make us feel better.
I can't close my eyes because I see bad things. I don't think anyone believes me, but I know the truth.
It is my job to protect everyone. If Dad comes back, I'm the man of the house now.
When the fighting happened, it was always my job to call 999 for Mummy if it got really bad. Once I thought Mummy was dead, even though Daddy's left now. I can still hear the fighting in my head.
Get up them stairs right now before I teach you some manners, you cheeky little brat.
After Daddy left, I felt safe again, but then I was worried about Mummy.
Family First has been brilliant with the hard to reach families. I suppose working from a statutory agency, a lot of the families that we are engaged with don't want the service from social services but are very keen to take up the service from Women's Aid, who they see as a voluntary organisation who are there to help them. So that has been really good at bridging the gap, I think, between statutory and voluntary, and also us working together to provide the best services together for the families that need them at the time.
We are always worried about Mum getting hurt.
I find it hard to talk to anyone. I didn't ever feel safe.
I struggle to control my anger.
The partnership has been wonderful from day one, really, in that Women's Aid approached us and said, we identify a need within your world and within your services, and they absolutely did. We've been able to work families that work with children that are at high risk, but actually with the significant input from Family First, it has meant that we've been able to manage that risk and keep those families at home. Which has just been great and is where those kids should be if at all possible.
So when a family is referred to our service, we would usually do a joint visit with the social worker to their home. This would be to ease the introductions for the family and also just to sort of establish that we work in partnership together. Family First support worker would be a kind of bridge really between the family and the social worker. So at that initial visit, we would usually work with the mum and look at her existing strengths to see how we can build on those. That would be working towards the children's safety and well-being and ultimately empowering her to be the best parent that she can be. The type of support that we would offer would be very practical and bespoke for each family. So for example, if a child was struggling with sleep routine, we could help with maybe getting the family new bedding, a night light, creating a safe space for the child. We would look with mum at things like behaviour management, also budgeting. We help them with healthy eating as well, and also just encouraging positive play and family activities together.
I still love my dad, though he is safer without him in the house.
I was a bit scared meeting the Family First worker, but she was really nice and she had a friendly face. We did fun things together, like making stuff, and she taught me about OO sounds. So now I know what my body does if I get scared and who to talk to. She has definitely helped Mummy too. At home now, there is happiness.
The cost of children coming into care is one thing, the financial cost, and you're probably talking well over 200,000 a year, but it's much more than that. You know, the philosophy of the Trust, as with Family First, is very much that children should be at home in their families and cared for safely in their families. And if we can do that, we as society have an obligation, and as the Trust and the government have an obligation to keep children at home. So as well as the actual financial cost, it is the right thing to be doing, unless the line is so high or the risk is so high we can't do that. So the cost of a worker at 13,000 a year, as opposed to bringing a child into care at 200,000 a year, it's a drop in the ocean. But it's a drop in the ocean financially, but also from the benefit of keeping children in families and everything that care can do to children, and all of the research around that is just something that we don't want for children. If at all, it can be avoided. And actually with the support of Family First, it can be avoided, and we've shown that.
When the morning comes and see that we become in the cold weather day, in the flaming away the fast we begun. Every argument, everywhere we come to back. And all this happened, I think we both know the way the story is.